right, it's graduation season, and for some of you, this means your children are going to college or starting work. Karen Lee joins us now with ways to make sure your kids are financially savvy. And so this goes to you graduates out there, too. Not your parents' responsibility to get you on board, but it's yours as well. You know, it's funny because most kids, when they're graduating from high school or even college, they're not really thinking about their financial future. They're thinking about the here and now.
They're not. And you know what struck me, because I have a high school senior and he's going to college, I thought, I got 3 months.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. Got 3 months to teach him the skills that he'll need to go off to college. And you know, the things we're going to talk about, you'll be shocked when you think about they've never gone to the bank and deposited a check.
Right. What do you want him to do first?
Okay, the first thing we started with, and again, this is a list of what I'm doing with my son. I've done some of them, but not all of them, but I will before the
And he's on board? Well, he's been here all his life.
Does he have a choice? So the first is the banking skills. So he already had a savings account. We set up checking, put a small amount in there, got him going online so he could figure out how to transfer, how to get a check from employment, make a deposit, go to the ATM, make a deposit through the ATM. So these are all things that are important.
So really some kids graduating from high school and college have never done that part
before? If they don't have their own checking account.
Interesting.
What's important too is go over all those hidden fees. He had no idea that if you go to a different machine than your machine, there's going to be a fee here and
and it adds up.
And
$2, $2.50.
That's right. So that's the banking, and of course, make sure you go over overdraft, minimum balances, any of those hidden fees. The next thing's going to be credit cards and debit cards.
And oh my gosh, especially for like incoming freshmen, it's extraordinary how the credit companies
inundate you.
Seek out kids. You know, you're trying to figure out your schedule, and now you are trying to make a decision about a credit card.
And my children know that they are not to deal with those offers, that mommy will get them.
Turn away.
The credit card when we're ready. So what I'm doing to get him started is he already has one of my credit cards in his wallet for emergencies. I'm going to do what I do with my office staff, which is I've got the control account. He's going to have his own, so we can segment out just his charges. I'm going to teach him how to establish an online access so he can look at what he's got charging, and it's going to be his responsibility to pay it off each month.
Oh, my mom did that. Thanks, Mom. She did that for me a while back, too.
So we're going to set a pretty low limit, and the other thing, real important, is help them understand what a late fee is, what a finance or interest charge is. Again, they don't know.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so you got to really hammer the message home about budgeting, though. You know what? You don't have it. Don't spend it. Now this will come later.
It will, but when I thought about this, I thought this is going to be a hard one to teach a college kid, because really you're already paying for their room and their board. So what kind of bills do they have? And I thought, well, we'll do it with spending money. We'll set them up. We'll have to decide, is it $50 a week or 75? But what I'll do is I'll suggest that I'll put it in his account every 2 weeks, just like a paycheck. And he'll use that for spending or the credit card bill. But here's the tough part for parents, friends. You cannot send them extra money if they call.
If they get in trouble, tuition's already taken care of, board, all that good stuff, food. If they get in trouble, this is the time for you to say, this is your tough lesson.
Right. Now ask me.
I'm not bailing you out.
Ask me in 6 months if I can stick to it, but that's my plan.
Correct right now. I know you can do it.
I hope so. The next point, and again, this came to me a little later as I was thinking about this segment, was to start to introduce to them some what we think might be higher level concepts, but insurance.
Kids are not thinking about that.
And saving.
They're definitely not thinking about that.
How about the fact that when my kid gets his first job, I'm hoping that he'll pay his own car insurance, his own health insurance.
Wow.
Is that a reasonable expectation?
Well, if he's got a job.
I'd like to think so, right?
Yeah.
He has no idea what we pay for those things.
Absolutely.
One other thing, it sparked me to call my homeowners company and find out, you know, we're sending them to college with a new MacBook. Is that covered under my homeowners?
Oh, interesting.
If you live on campus, for theft. If you live on campus, it would be covered. If you live in an apartment, you should get
your renter's insurance.
And they said, but Karen, you're not going to make a claim. You've got a $1,000 deductible.
Oh my gosh.
They suggested I buy a personal article policy.
Oh, that's interesting.
I said, well, give me a quote for a $1,000 computer, $30 for the whole year.
So bottom line, as they get ready to embark on their lives, you know, post-graduation, high school or college, they just need to think about the big picture, your future, period, and include the finances in there.
I think you as a parent, it's probably one of your final things to teach them.
Important stuff.
The last thing, most important, You need to paint a picture for them of your expectations. I've been saying to my son for several years, you're off my payroll in 4 years.
Right, I'm not bailing you out.
Right, that's right. Paint that picture if they are living at home, because we've got tough times right now. A lot of kids aren't finding jobs.
It is
I really recommend that they perhaps pay a little rent, cover some grocery money, set some expectations
and they'll
for them.
appreciate where they are.
I hope so.
Karen Lee, thanks so much, and all the best to your grad.
Thank you.
Nerve-wracking, too.
Yes.
I know. Congrats. That's great. All right, and of course, you can reach Karen at KarenLeeAndAssociates.com. So it has been 4 months.